Let's chat with Prakash Agarwal. He joins in on the show right now. Prakash, hi, afternoon. Good to have you on the show. Just looking at what really is going on with the pharmaceutical universe. While clearly there as well are some of the demand-supply issues, but largely, the sector does have intrinsic value at a time when we're dealing with a pandemic like this.
Yeah, clearly. Thanks for having me on the show. Clearly believe that demand side continues to be robust, be it the domestic market or export market, especially US. The near-term supply challenges have been there given the lockdown, but I think industry participants are taking that extra initiative to continue the supply situation, although at a lower pace which used to be there. So, plus there are some tailwinds to the sector. We are seeing depreciating currency benefits coming in shape. Then you have some supply opportunities in the US, like the HCQS and other products. So, given the tailwinds and the demand scenario being strong, we would see relatively much lesser earnings cut versus what you could see in the other sectors is our view.
How does one judge what will be the reaction from USFDA post this crisis? Will they get more stringent? Will they, get more open? As of now, our understanding is the USFDA is clearly prioritizing other medical approvals. How can they fight with coronavirus? No one's going to get any immediate approvals. So don't you think this is going to be a challenge for Indian pharma company who are exporting outside, because the local Food and Drug Administration authority, or body in this case, has different priorities for next couple of months and quarters?
Yeah, so there are two parts to it. One is clearly local authorities require the drugs, and some part of the of HCQS was banned, is still banned. But if you see FDA is taking extra initiative, you saw them clearing the ban on HCQS for IPCA, so that was positive. A couple of days back, you saw Biocon getting Malaysia plant clearance despite the lockdown, so that's positive. And you also saw Cipla getting the phase 3, the data and all positive trial, and they're looking for filing. So things are moving in right direction. In fact, for Lupin, you saw in last 2-3 days, today they got the Aurangabad EIR, and also 2 days back they got this Florida inhalation unit EIR. So I think FDA is taking cognizant that there could be shortages and being lighter on some of the stringent measures that they might have it earlier.
Would you prioritize companies which currently are in manufacturing of chloroquine stroke, the Malarian drug, which the USFDA and other FDA feels has some scope when it comes to fighting the COVID crisis? Is there any sense, and does it make perfect sense for investors to buy into some stocks? Because if in next 10-15 days the world discovers that that's the real cure for coronavirus, then these stocks and these companies perhaps could hit the roof.
So without going into company specifics, clearly there are a couple of companies which have HCQS capabilities in India. And this globally, be it US, Spain, China, these are used as preventive medicine by the healthcare workers. So this is this is the best shot available currently, right? So preventive medicine, this is just the preventive medicine as of now.
Okay. How would you differentiate within the pharma space? You got companies which essentially are in the business of contract research. You got companies like Cipla, which are in the business of emerging market and pure generic. Then you got companies like Glenmark, which are migrating towards R&D. So within the pharma space, it's a very large space. When we say you're bullish on pharma, would you like to be specific in terms of what area of pharmaceutical, what supply chain of pharmaceutical you're slightly bullish on?
Really? So we continue to prefer high earning visibility pharma stocks, which I've divided into 3 buckets. One is domestic focused stocks where we have buy ideas on Alchem and Torrent. The second one is diversified plays, which has a mix of India, US, ROW markets, where our top pick is Kedla, followed by Reddy. And then we have high entry barrier business, where we have a top buy as Biocon. What we have actually recommended in our recent report is that incrementally buy into large caps given the price correction that has happened. So we have recently upgraded Sun Pharma and Lupin to buy. This is more so from valuation perspective.
Pankaj, really appreciate your fair point. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us, and stay safe, and thank you for your valuable thoughts.